Back down here at Jim's in Birdtown, Tennessee, KO4QWO, where we put up his set of beams. It's been pretty cold this week. We just had some sub-zero temperatures in the past couple days. I haven't had a chance to get down here yet until today. It's still below freezing. It's about 34 out right at the moment. You can still see all the snow on the ground. We had a windstorm come through a couple weeks ago, and it blew his beams around. And so we're just gonna make a quick adjustment and fix that. Yeah, so as you can see, his beams right now are pointing east. I'll get my compass out here in a second and we'll get a good heading on north. And then we're going to loosen up the rotor at the bottom and turn that. And that was part of the reason we set up the rotor on the bottom, if you remember when we were putting this together in that other video. One of the reasons for putting the rotor down low is if you ever have a problem, it's right there. And so that's the problem we're having, is the rotor is down low. And I've got a good reading on my compass here of north. Right that way. It's gonna be pointing in that direction. It's almost pointed due east. He said he's about 70 degrees and only be 20 degrees off of due east. The winds come out of the southwest here. His beams are, forward of the boom. There's nothing to the backside. So it makes sense that it got a hold of it. We probably just didn't tighten it down enough the day we put it up. And so I'm just gonna go over here. We're gonna loosen this up and spin it back around where it's supposed to be and tighten it back up. And that's all we'll have to do. Get right down in here. The old crescent wrench. This is a metric crescent wrench, not a standard. Not to be confused with a standard crescent wrench. Can't have that. We're just going to loosen these up a little bit. They seem pretty snug, but we had some pretty high winds. Well over 60 miles an hour. A couple weeks ago come through here. And it just put the twist on it. And that's why we put it down here in the bottom, so this kind of adjustment could be made without having to climb. If it was the other way and I needed to climb, I certainly wouldn't be doing it on a day like today, because like I said, it's probably only 33 or 34 out here. Come over here and loosen this side up a little bit. I already went inside and had Jim set his rotor controller to north. So when I spin this around to where it's facing north, it'll be the right way. I have to put a glove on so that I can get a hold of that. It's ice cold. Can't really get a good grip on it. I need to loosen this up a little more even yet. Well, it's really been brutally cold here in Kentucky for the past 2 weeks. I mean, really, really cold. Colder than I can remember it normally getting here. There we go. She's rotating around now. Well, we'll look up here. I know that the spine right here on the back facing that way is north. So we're just gonna rotate this joker around. Yeah, I believe that's it. We're gonna step back over here for a second. We'll look up there. I'm pretty sure that we're back to pointing north. I actually think I can bring it around to the right just a little bit more. And then we'll tighten that bad boy down. Right there. Oh yeah. Now we're just gonna snug this back up. Pretty simple. Nothing super complicated. Took more time to drive down here. It takes me about 45 minutes to get down here from where I live. And this happens. In the video when we were putting this together, I believe Brian tightened this up, and he may have not just tightened it up really tight. Trying to not break anything. The housing of the rotor is aluminum, and you don't want to over tighten it and break anything. It seemed pretty snug, but you know, we're talking about 60-mile-an-hour winds too. So what I've learned in all the years is if you pick a fight with Mother Nature, she's probably going to win. So you're better off just setting yourself up to handle it, and having it a little loose where it's spun may have protected something from breaking, and that's always a good thing, is because this stuff is expensive, and we don't want it to break. We're just gonna snug it back up. Pretty good on that side. Go over here, get this side. And again, like I said, the whole intent of putting the rotor down here on the bottom, which is how I like to do it when I put these together, is if you have a problem, you can service it from right here at ground level, and you don't have to climb. Plus, it transfers all the torque and load created by the wind when it's blowing this thing around down to right here, which is only a few feet out of the dirt. So it's not going to twist the tower down. Much safer way to do it. Stops you from having to climb. Puts all that torque down here instead of up there. Should keep everybody happy. And I can see those teeth on there are starting to bite into that pipe. Definitely put the bite on it. We'll go back over here to this side and just make sure that we've got that pretty tight. Yeah. I believe that'll do it. All right. Well, we've got his beams back facing north, so they'll be orientated on his rotor controller properly. Everything's snug back up. It all looks good. Head back over here and take another look at it. Oh yeah. Back pointing north just like it's supposed to be. That's good stuff. And like I said, it's blistering cold out here today. A lot of snow still on the ground, as you can see over there, across the field. Frozen tundra here. This is actually north central Tennessee that I'm in right now, Birdtown, Tennessee. They didn't get quite the amount of snow that Louisiana and everybody got the other day in Florida, those other places, but we got about 2 inches. Just been a lot colder here, a lot colder. All right, everybody, stay warm, be safe. This is Josh for Odd Jobs Hijinks, and join us next time. Be good.